Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be going over how to set up the admin panel with the game settings, stuff I missed, and also how to set up the tools. Then I'll be reviewing the admin panel by going through everything I've added to the admin panel. At the very end, I will then also showcase how to help report bugs if the panel doesn't work for some reason. If you haven't already, subscribe, like the video, and comment what you would like to see next. I'm starting tutorials soon, so tell me what type of tutorial you'll want, and I'll try and make it first. Part 1. How to set up the admin panel. Alright, so first, go to Game Settings, Security, and make sure everything is enabled on the screen. The third-party sales will not have anything affected to it as of now, but for EM Panel 2024 it will need this enabled, so I suggest enabling it already. Right-click Workspace, insert file, select the Explorer Mayhem file, and it should import into Workspace. Then you want to open the file, go to Settings, and then here at the Administrator list, you can add administrators through usernames or user IDs. I'm going to add my own user ID, 85191746. There we go. And just saying, Roblox is bugged, so the owners automatically set only works when you're playing the game, not testing in studio. So if you want to test in studio, add your user ID. Alright, for groups, this orange 0 is your group ID, and then this orange numbers is the role rank, like which rank the role is. 1 to 200, 254, 255 is usually owner. That's why it's already ranked owner. And then the green is just the name of the administrators over here. In the future, there'll be names or rank IDs, which will be useful for a lot of things. Game passes is the same. This orange 0 is the Game Pass ID, and the green is the rank name. Settings, enable or disable the panel. Theme doesn't work at the moment. Prefix is the default prefix if they haven't set their own yet. Command color is when, if you do a command correctly, it will color your chat to that. Keybind, whatever the keybind is to open the panel. Webhook. You want to add your Discord webhook over here. So this will usually be like https discord.com/API whatever. Do not add the already converted ones of, I don't know what there is, Hydra and whatever. Add your Discord webhook. It will automatically take the Discord webhook and turn it into the converted version to actually work. And then I already gave you guys this. The anti-cheat doesn't work, by the way. It's just for now. But you can go in here whenever the function must stay. It's what's inside the function which you gotta change. And I suggest the only thing you change is the JSON decoded version of the table. This is what it will mention in the webhook. You can change this. It will then encode it and send it to the webhook. There is ban, warn, and kick. That's the only thing that works in this panel. So do not get confused with why doesn't it log anything on Discord. It doesn't. That's just a waste of it, and it also breaks the TOS of Discord. The anti-cheat settings does not work, so do not try and change anything. It won't work. To add tools to your admin panel, go to the folder. You'll find tools inside it. Here, all you want to do is you want to add your tool. I don't have a tool, so I'm just going to add a tool. And this will automatically appear in the tools menu when you run the command, which I will showcase later when I review the panel commands. Part 2. How to use the admin. Alright, to open the panel, you can press M. That will open this menu. You can press the green button on the bottom right side of your screen to also open it for mobile. These white buttons do not work and the red is just close. Press the green button to open the admin panel. Alright, so for global chat, here you can write a message and it will send it and take, I think, 2 or 5 seconds to reload the entire chat. Give it a moment. Oh, it sent 2 things at the same time. But yeah, today, yeah, so this is the time it's sent. So for me, it is quite literally the exact same time. Though, why is it 13 a.m.? I just realized the bug. I'll fix it later, I guess. It's not supposed to say AM, it's supposed to say PM, but whatever. We'll fix it. Well, I'll fix this. Nobody else that works on it. But you can see the time, the date. If it's a while back, it'll tell you the time and the date of when it was sent. Now we're going to be looking at administrators. For administrators, as you can see, there is me because I'm the owner. And for some reason, I also made sure Roblox is owner. I won't question it. But yeah, you can alert an administrator, and this teleport button will teleport them to whoever alerted them into their game, basically. So it's useful for moderation. You can add people with username and rank. Let's say I'm gonna get my friend Luca here. That's not his icon, I think. Oh, it's just a loading button. So I'm gonna hit admin him. There he is, right admin. As you can see, remove. You can only remove ranks of people below you. Unless, I think, if you're lower than head admin, you can't, if I'm correct. I don't know yet. I didn't test that. Alright, so red means they're online but in a different game. Gray means they're not online. And green means they're in the same server. Alright, let's do the commands. So, there is a search for in case you want a specific one. Let's say material. Then there's material. Now, let's go over what can classify as a subject. Subject can be all, other, me, username, user ID. In the future, there will be a random, which will pick random players. Like, each player will have a 1 in 3 chance to be picked. And yeah, so I can say material, subject is me, and the value is what material. So let's say neon. I'm neon now. I can say, what else is there? Say spotlight. I can say spotlight me. Now I'm a spotlight because you can see there's a light. Most of these commands are not listed with a undo. They'll just be undo or their opposite version of the text. Example for spotlight will be unspotlight me. And if it's something like you were invisible, then it's not uninvisible, it is visible, because that's obviously what you're gonna type in. So just keep in mind, some have some is just a different word, but yeah. So let's go through all the commands that are important. I'm not gonna do all these stupid ones. I just want to get a point across. So for coloring, you want subject, and for color, anything that you can set a color will have 2 ways you can do it. You can say red, white, blue, green, who cares, any of those color names. Or you can say uh, really red, brick color name. Or another one you can do is you can set the RGB values by saying red, comma, green, comma, blue. So RGB like that, but numbers. So if I wanted to make it blue, I can say 0, 0, 255. Or if I wanted green, I can 0, 255, 0. And that would set me green. That's the same as calling me. Let me just turn a different color. Color me green. Same thing as that. Alright. That's the coloring, how the color system works. Now, another important notice that I want to talk about is there's some things that are disabled. A lot of people sometimes forget about that. Like example, the clothing is disabled, and there's a few other things that are also disabled. But yeah, for the disco mode, that's the important one. You can say disco, and it's a very nice disco. You can say undisco. But the fun fact is, some of these commands have a UI version. For the disco mode, you can go to server settings. All the way down, you'll find disco mode, which is just a switch version of the command. And then there's reset button, god mode, whatever. Alright. Another good one I want to talk about is poll vote is also gone. There is Banland, which is the Banland, obviously. It makes sense what it is. There's permanent. Then, okay, the next button doesn't work. Oh, there we go. It's just laggy. Then there's the time bans and the server bans, who are banned from your server. Alright. Next up is command bar. Say command bar. And it will show the one at the bottom. You don't need a prefix for this one. So I can say size me 10. Bam. Okay, the head is still broken on this thing, but yeah, it works. Which is refresh. That's the first command bar. The second one, if you press the quotation marks on your keyboard, it will open the HD version of this. So this one would be what command can I run? Let's say chat tag me VIP, and let's make it yellow. So let's give me a chat tag. There we go. Now I have a chat tag VIP yellow. So there's a lot of commands which can use coloring or that. I don't really care what it is. Also, the fly command does work now. As you can see, it does work along with its no clip, where you can go through objects. That has been fixed. And the jail cell is different than your usual ones. This one's actually a circle. Unjail. And there's a lot of other things. The logs are just the chat logs. This one only tells you the chat logs. It doesn't tell you command logs because I didn't have time to add those fully. So ignore that. At the music section, you can press the icon, plus icon at the bottom. You can add a sound. Let's add where it's raining tacos. You can add another song. Let's add Dion Timer. You can see the time of the song where it's currently, and this is your timeline, which you can drag. You can adjust the volume, go to the front. You can skip the song or you can play it. Pause, obviously. You can adjust the song, but you can repeat, not repeat. You can then also go to this equalizer. You can adjust the speed. You can adjust the pitch. You can adjust the bass. You can even make people sound older. You can add reverb. You can add flange. skip the song. All right, just quickly, the server statistics. This one tells you how long the server has been up, how many premium players are there, total players, total admins, total parts, total meshes, and the location of the server. Currently, it says none because I think the API is down that obtains this data. So we'll have to wait to fix that. It will usually tell you London, what else? Germany, Hong Kong, all those places. If you're testing in Studio, it will tell where your computer location is, what country it is, because you're testing on your own computer. So that's your server, which is located in what country is what it tells you. Now, server settings is the new place where I'm going to be talking about. You can adjust the time. You can adjust the gravity. So now my gravity is 0, so I will fly forever. I can add 50 to go down at some point with very low grav. And if you don't know the original, if you just remove everything, I'll tell you the original. Oh, that's 1,000. Whoops. Okay. You can adjust. You can hide players or show them. Server chat. You can do the leaderboard, backpack, emotes. You can do that. Reset button. This one is this. You can disable everybody's reset button by doing that. And obviously Disco mode. These are your usual server update, shutdown, or emptier. Emptier only empties everybody that's not an admin. The server versions only does the one you're in. Global does all of the servers that are currently open. Currently, there's no attachments. All attachments will be added on EM Panel 2024, which, as you could probably guess, comes out in 2024. There will be Cloud Editor, DN Tools, which is BTools, but my own version. There will be Paint, mini games, all those things, which you can have fun with. Now, this is the Exploit and Mayhem part. This is the main part of the panel, which this is the name of the panel as well. You can add a username. Let's name myself. And it will look if they're in the server. This will only work if they're in your server. In the next panel version, it will do it even if they're not. Now, for the thing, there's a lot of things you can do. Example, drop the FPS, you can ban, kick, you can Discord spam them, which I'll showcase in a few seconds. You can ragdoll, void, kill, lightning, lock, or crash. Keep in mind for the crash, whenever you're using this, this does break PCs, and also a lot of people can't do anything on their computer for hours if they use this on themselves. Do not use it if it's not an exploit. This is meant to crash their PC, so it takes a while for them to get back on and make everything work. It's supposed to break everything, so do not use it for the wrong reason. This is the spam sound. That is in game, that's not my Discord. That's in game. The more you click spam, the more it will spam. You see how annoying this is? That's what I hear every day on my Discord. Alright, so for settings, none of this works because the thing doesn't, there's no anti-cheat yet, because the only anti-cheat there is to block people from doing things they're not supposed to with exploits. And attachments, there's none, so what's the point of adding a switch? So they're just there to show in the future they'll be added. But these buttons work, not the theme, obviously, but the reset panel resets the entire panel, and bulk remove removes the panel from the entire server so nobody can use it. The only way to get it back is to shut down that server and join a new one. Alright, now I'm going to be showing you how to help report bugs, and if the panel doesn't work for you, how to figure out if you maybe did something wrong or if there is actually a bug. And I'll be explaining at the end of the video how to report bugs on the Discord server. Alright, for everybody that is getting problems and want to help report all these bugs, I'm going to show you how to figure out what's your problem. And if you still can't figure it out, you can then come DM me on my Discord server at the support forums. Firstly, make sure in settings your user ID is there. If it's not there, add it. If you're using usernames and it doesn't work, try and use user ID. If it does work after that, then tell me that the usernames don't work, only user ID, so I can fix it. And try with everything else. Go to game settings, security, make sure everything is enabled. Make sure all your services aren't renamed, because a lot of people for some reason have stuff like example lightning and not lightning, which is not what it's supposed to be. Let me rename mine back before I forget. Or the replicated storage is some random name of something. I don't know why people do this. There's no point. Yeah, it helps for exploiters not to get there, but yeah. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to report bugs on my Discord server. You can find the Discord server in the description below. Once you're there and you have verified yourself, you can then head down to the forum section in the information category. Once you're there, you can maybe find post that already has your bug mentioned. If it doesn't, then you can make your own post by creating new post, adding a title which will basically tell us what exactly is your problem in like 2 words. So let's say mine doesn't show, but there's no errors. The EM panel doesn't show, but there's no errors. Then you can add a more context through the text. This would be a long piece of text to explain why I can't do it, what I have tried, and if there is any errors. Obviously I said there's no errors, so there's no errors. You can add an image in case we want images. Oh, I don't really care. But then you must select Q&A over here. And if you post, we'll make a new post. And then there you go. Now we will respond to you as soon as we can. We can also, moderators and support team will most likely answer because Dawn is busy or sleeping. And if I do respond, be respectful. And yeah, that's how you report bugs. And I'll make a section in the future, like a category, which will display the status of the panel. So you can see, is it currently broken? Is there bugs or what? So people know what not to report, because I already know. And as a side note, if you want to suggest anything for the 2024 version of the Explorer Mayhem, you can go to my Discord forums, and the pinned post will be Explorer Mayhem 101 suggestions. This is the one I'm talking about. In here, you can suggest anything you'd like to add to the new 2024 EM panel, and then I will turn it into this type of format, So your message will get deleted, but I will mention who said it and what they said. And then at the back where you see this arrow, I explain anything about it, like if I'm adding it, if it's already added, or something like that. Just do not use this as general because it's actually being used. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, like the video, comment what tutorial you want to see. And whenever I'm live, which is usually 8 p.m. Central African time, or as I like to call it, the cat time zone, CAT, I'm not joking, it's actually time zone. I am live, always playing games or modeling, or sometimes even in studio scripting. When I do tutorials and all, I might even do live tutorials and then snip them up into a video later on. Peace out.